Let me take up the next question. A hollow cylinder has a charge q coulomb within it. If phi is the electric flux in units of voltmeter associated with the curved surface B, the flux linked with the plane surface A in units of voltmeter will be option A q by 2 epsilon naught, option B phi by 3, option C q by epsilon naught minus phi, option D 1 by 2 q by epsilon naught minus phi. The diagram is like this. They are given on hollow cylinder with two flat surface, one curved surface, two flat surface are A and C, the curved surface is B. They are asking to calculate what is the electric flux through the flat surface, that is A and C, and they are given the flux through the curved surface B is phi. According to the Gauss theorem, the total flux, that is phi A plus phi B plus phi C, is equal to 1 by epsilon naught times the total charge. This is the Gauss theorem. The flux through the surface A and C are same, let it be equal to phi dash, and the flux through the curved surface B, they are given as phi. Therefore, phi dash plus phi dash will be equal to 1 by epsilon naught into q. This is nothing but the 2 times of phi dash plus phi minus 1 by epsilon naught into q. So, if you shift that phi to that side, it becomes 2 phi equals to 1 by epsilon naught into q minus phi. So, phi dash will be equal to 1 by 2 times of q by epsilon naught minus phi. So, the flux through the surface A or C is equal to 1 by 2 times of q by epsilon naught minus phi. Therefore, the correct option is option D, that given 1 by T into q by epsilon naught minus phi. Now, let me take up the next question, which is asked in the previous year IIT paper. 6 charges of equal magnitude, 3 positive and 3 negative, are to be placed on PQRSTU corners of a regular hexagon such that field at the center is double that of what it would have been if only one positive charge is placed at R. Options are like this. Option A plus 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 minus minus minus. Option B minus plus 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 minus minus. Option C minus plus plus minus plus minus. Option D plus minus plus minus plus minus. That placed one regular hexagon here, and they are asking to get the net field at the point O to be double of the field, and that placed the positive charge at the point R. Now they are asking what the nature of the charges should be placed at the corner of this vertices of this regular hexagon of 3 positive and 3 negative charge, in that one positive charge is placed at R, such that the field at the point O should be the twice of that the field produced at the point O. In order to get the field to be twice at the point O, the field acting at the point O due to R because of positive charge is going to be in the diverging case. In order to get the double the resultant field here, the other field should act in the same direction. In order to get the field in the same direction, the U should be a negative charge, then only it is going to converge for the second field. Then the resultant field is going to be twice of that. Then for the other 4 corners, the net field should be 0. In order to get the net charge, in order to get the net field at the point O to be 0 due to these 4 corners, if you place the charge at the point P as minus, for S it should be, because if it is converging, this will converge, so the net field will cancel out. For the point Q, if you place positive charge, T should be a positive charge, then only the net field is going to be 0 because of T and Q. So if you choose the option for P, Q or STU charges, the first P charge goes with negative sign. You can search the option for minus sign first, that is there in the option B or in the option C. So plus is P having a minus charge, Q is having a positive charge, R is having a positive charge, S is having a negative charge, but here they had given positive, which is not possible. So in the option C, P is minus, Q is plus, R is plus, S is minus, T is plus and U is minus. So the option C is going to be the correct option, because if you place R is positive, the P, Q, S, T, U should have minus, plus, minus, plus and minus respectively. Therefore, the option C is going to be the correct answer. Let me take up the next question. 3 infinitely long charge sheets are placed as shown in the figure. The electric field at point P is option A 2 sigma by epsilon naught into k cap, option B 4 sigma by epsilon naught into k cap, option C minus 2 sigma by epsilon naught into k cap, option D minus 4 sigma by epsilon naught into k cap. The diagram is like this. They are given 3 conductors like this. They are having surface charge density sigma, minus 2 sigma and sigma, and this is the z axis they are telling, and they are asking to find out the electric field at the point P. Now, due to thin charged wire, the thin charged plane sheet, the electric field is given by the formula E equals to sigma by 2 epsilon naught, where E is proportional to sigma. For the first conducting plate, sigma is a positive one, so whatever the field is acting due to the first plate, that should be diverging from the point P. For the second plate, it is carrying a negative charge, that is minus 2 sigma, so it should be like converging to that point E2. And even the third plate is a negative charge, so whatever the electric field is acting at the point P due to the third plate is also converging, so that is also acting in the same direction. So whatever the 3 fields acting at the point P due to these 3 elements, they are acting in the same direction. So the net field is given by the formula E1 plus E2 plus E3. Since the net field is acting in the downward direction, that is acting opposite to the z axis. So if you go the answer, it should be goes with negative sign because it is acting opposite to the z axis. So you can delete the option here. Option A and option B is not possible because it is acting opposite to z axis. So the answer should goes in terms of minus k cap only. So option may be C or option C or option D. For that you want to check the calculation here. So the net field is equal to E1 is due to the first plate, the surface charge density is sigma by 2 epsilon naught. It is independent of the distance, plus E2 is the field due to the surface charge density of 2 sigma. So 2 sigma by 2 epsilon naught, plus E3 is because of the third plate having a surface charge density of sigma. So sigma by 2 epsilon naught. So E net will be equal to sigma by 2 epsilon naught plus sigma by 2 epsilon naught will be 2 times. So it becomes sigma by epsilon naught, plus here 2 get cancelled. So sigma by epsilon naught. So the net field is going to be 2 times of sigma by epsilon naught. This is the magnitude of the field at the point P. If you want in the vector form, it should goes with minus k cap because it is acting opposite to the z axis. Therefore, the correct option is minus 2 sigma by epsilon naught into k cap, that is the option C.
CHIPS proudly announces admissions for crash course for JEE Mains and CET coaching. Classes commence after 2nd PUC and 12th board exams. Crash course for 2nd PUC regular. Classes commence after 1st PUC and 11th board exams. Accommodation assistance provided for outstation candidates. Centers at Kumta, Dandeli and Bangalore.